Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm the Southern Nerdista. In the year 200,000, the Doctor discovers that a satellite with a dark secret is controlling humanity and slowing its development. Quick recap, the Doctor has returned as his 9th incarnation and he's picked up a new companion, Rose Tyler. Together, they save the Earth and humanity from the nesting consciousness and the living plastic. Then they travel to the year 5 billion in the future, where we meet the Face of Bo and Lady Cassandra, who will return. Then to 1869, Wales, to hunt zombies with Charles Dickens. Back in the present, an alien spaceship crashes into the Thames River, putting the planet on red alert for aliens. The Doctor and Rose, along with her mom Jackie, her boyfriend/ex-boyfriend Mickey, and new friend and future Prime Minister Harriet Jones work together to bring down the Slitheen. A distress signal takes the Doctor and Rose deep below a Utah desert, where they discover the last of the Doctor's mortal enemy, the Dalek, held prisoner in an alien museum, and we pick up a new companion, Adam Mitchell. We've had multiple references to Bad Wolf, and finally learned about the last great Time War before Rose met the Doctor. It was fought between the Daleks and the Time Lords, and the Doctor was the one who ended the war when he killed everyone to save the universe. Spoiler warning, guys, the Southern Nerdista does give spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch the episode, then come back. If you don't care about spoilers, then just carry on, my wayward companions. Alright, so the 9th Doctor, Rose, and Adam travel forward in time from the year 2012 to the year 200,000, and they land aboard Satellite 5, a space station orbiting Earth during the height of humanity. The 4th great and bountiful human empire is covered with megacities, has 5 moons, and a population of 96 billion, the center of a galactic domain that stretches across 1 million planets and species. Adam faints in shock when he sees it. The Doctor says to Rose, "He's your boyfriend," to which Rose replies, "Not anymore," possibly the best line from the episode. After the opening title sequence, the Doctor, Rose, and Adam are exploring Satellite 5 as the Doctor explains all the advances humanity has made. But when the station comes to life, it's basically the exact opposite of how the Doctor described it. Just like a kid, they'll make a liar out of you every time. The Doctor sends Rose and Adam off to explore while he investigates if they are in the right time and place, because this doesn't fit with what he knows of this period's history. He uses his sonic screwdriver to give Adam and Rose a credit stick, a type of futuristic money. Adam and Rose leave to go find something to eat, and the Doctor meets Kathika and Suki, 2 journalists. Now, Kathika is played by Christine Adams, who is Dr. Lynn on Black Lightning, Jefferson Pierce's ex and his daughter's mom. Suki, played by Anna Maxwell Martin, will have a supporting role in another show alongside another Time Lord when she plays Beelzebub on Good Omens with David Tennant and Michael Sheen. He asks them a couple of questions about Satellite 5, and they mistakenly think he's management, which he encourages with his psychic paper. We've seen psychic paper in episode 2 when the Doctor uses it as their invitation to board Platform 1 to witness the destruction of Earth. The ladies are excited because this could mean a chance to get promoted to Floor 500. Kathika shows the Doctor that Satellite 5 is a news station broadcasting 600 channels across the Empire. One of the channels she shows him is called Bad Wolf TV, and they just announced that the Face of Bo is pregnant. So now we know that the Face of Bo existed in the year 200,000 and 5 billion. A pale man in a dark, icy room watches them on a security monitor. He orders a security check by a frozen computer tech. The editor, played by Simon Pegg is everywhere. Most notably for me is when he was in Shaun of the Dead, Mission Impossible, the new Star Trek movies, and The Boys, Amazon Prime's show about corrupt superheroes. Adam mentions missing his family, so Rose lets him use her superphone to call them. Nobody answers, so he leaves a message. Before he rejoins the Doctor with Rose, he gets a thoughtful look on his face before pocketing the superphone. Still thinking this is some type of management test, Kathika and Suki take the Doctor, Rose, and Adam to a room where other reporters sit on the floor around a chair. Kathika gets in the chair, snaps her fingers, and a port opens in the middle of her forehead, and information streams straight into her brain. The Doctor explains that Kathika is like a computer processor, but her brain won't keep any of the information once the connection is severed. Each reporter has a chip in their head that gets the information from Kathika, then sends it along to their channels. Adam is amazed, but the doctor isn't. This technology is wrong. They should be more advanced than this by now. The editor detects a security breach but can't figure out who, so he orders a second security check. We're supposed to assume that it's the doctor, but in reality, it's Suki. Suki turns up as the culprit. She has a second biography attached to her records, so the editor ends Kathika's transmission and promotes Suki to floor 500. Adam is a bit freaked out by all of this. He's not handling it nearly as well as Rose did when she first learned about time travel and the universe and that we're not alone. He says he wants to go to the observation deck to get a grip on things. So Rose gives him the TARDIS key for later on when he's feeling better. Suki says her goodbyes before getting on the elevator for floor 500. When she steps off, it appears deserted and everything is covered in snow and ice. Suki finds several shriveled skeletal bodies in the newsroom before she finds the editor in the control room. Her records display on a holographic screen, including her job application, which he says are all lies. In reality, she's an anarchist sent to prove the facts are being manipulated. She points a gun at him, demanding to know who runs Satellite 5. The editor introduces her to a creature on the ceiling that we don't see at first. She shoots at it, but her bullets don't do anything. She screams as it descends, and then we don't see anything else. The doctor is still grilling Kathika, who realizes he isn't management and says to just leave her out of everything. The doctor reminds her that she's a journalist, and she should have been trying to figure out what was going on all along, but she hasn't bothered to learn anything beyond what she's been told. Earth and Satellite 5 should be much more advanced by now in attitudes and technology. It's about 90 years behind, which is how long Satellite 5 has been operating. Meanwhile, Adam is up to no good. Who didn't see this coming? On the observation deck, he calls home to leave a message as he accesses a computer, but he's limited to what he can learn. The computer tells him to go to floor 16, which is medical. The nurse tells him he needs a chip. She's played by Tamsin Greer, who I loved in Belgravia, which was created by Julian Fellows, who also created Downton Abbey, which is another favorite show of mine. She tells him he can get a type 1 chip or get a type 2 chip. Type 1, basic access. Type 2 is like what Kathika has, that gives him full access to all of the archives. Adam waffles quite a bit before ultimately deciding to get type 2, using the credit stick that the doctor gave him that he learns has unlimited credits. Who wouldn't do the same thing? The editor orders a further scan on Rose and the doctor, and it comes back with nothing. They don't exist according to Satellite 5 records. Accessing the mainframe, the doctor and Rose are convinced that something suspicious is going on, and it starts with floor 500, which is generating a ton of heat. The editor allows the doctor to get the password for the elevator because he wants him to come up. He and Rose head to floor 500. Adam has gotten his info spike like Kathika, and he freaks out again when he snaps his fingers to see his forehead open up and part of his brain is visible. Kind of understanding. When they step off the elevator, the editor's men grab Rose and the doctor. The editor goes into his full villain monologue. This is not the great and bountiful empire, just somewhere his boss allows humans to live. The editor-in-chief, the creature on the ceiling, the mighty Jagrafess of the holy Hadrojasic Maxa Rodin foe, but the editor calls him Max. Simon Pegg had a lot of difficulty saying the name. The scene in this episode features the best take he could do, with the monster growling over the bits that he got wrong. He has been shaping humanity through his news for a century. They're slaves who don't know they're slaves. Kathika has changed her mind about helping and makes her way to floor 500. The doctor sees her and comments that the Jagrafess's metabolism is the reason the lower floors are so hot. Now we're back to Adam, who's found his way back to the room where Kathika had been originally. Using the info spike, he calls home to leave another message, and that sounds like white noise, but he says don't delete it because he can translate it when he gets back. Hooked to the computer system, the editor now has access to everything Adam knows, including that the doctor is a Time Lord and the capabilities of the TARDIS. The doctor denies everything, but then the editor pops up a screen that shows Adam and what he's doing. The editor wants to use the TARDIS to rewrite history, and he doesn't need the doctor's help to do it because Adam had the TARDIS key. Kathika has heard all of this. She plugs into Floor 500's newsroom to override Adam's transmission. She then reverses the environmental systems and things start to go south fast. Floor 500 heats up, the entire station shudders, people panic, Rose gets free and uses the sonic screwdriver to release the doctor. Satellite 5 is falling apart. The editor tries to escape, but dead Suki grabs his foot and he falls. The Jaguar Fest explodes, and the Doctor and Rose find Kathika and close her connection. The Empire can now get back on track. The Doctor is furious with Adam, beyond livid, the maddest we've ever seen him. He takes him back to his own time, destroying the answering machine so future information can't be given to the past and change everything. Adam still has the port in his forehead and will have to live a quiet, uneventful life so nobody finds out and tries to dissect him. He begs to go with the Doctor on more adventures, but his pleas fall on deaf ears. The Doctor only takes the best, and Rose is it. They leave in the TARDIS as Adam's mom returns home. She makes a comment about time passing like that and snaps her fingers. His port opens and she's horrified, and that's the end of the episode. Adam has the dubious distinction of being the first and to date only known companion to get kicked off the TARDIS for bad behavior. Others have left for other reasons, but this time he was kicked out because he did something wrong. He messed with time, and that goes against the laws of time, although it isn't directly stated in the episode. The Doctor's been known to break those rules, but always when it benefits the greater good and never for personal gain, like Adam did. So, my review, this episode is a big miss. Coming off the Dalek episode, this one lacks the pizzazz of most of Russell T Davies' episodes. There's no tie-in to the underlying story. It stands alone and out of place. Satellite 5 will come back into play in a future episode this season, but the plot of this particular episode just falls flat, which is disappointing because I love Simon Pegg, and I love that he plays a villain. Next time on Doctor Who, Rose asks the Doctor to take her to 1987 on the day her father was killed. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button below. And remember, you don't have to be an expert to be a fan. See y'all next time. Bye.